Are the Raiders planning a big trade? And did the Patriots just steal another player? Raider Nation, buckle up. Could the Las Vegas Raiders be looking to make a big move for some young offensive weapons? There's a lot to talk about today, but first, let's address what just happened with the New England Patriots. Now, if you're new here and love daily Raiders content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. All right, let's get into it. Some big news broke this morning. According to Tom Pelissero, the Patriots have officially matched the Raiders' offer sheet for linebacker Christian Ellis. That means he's staying in New England. At first, it seemed like the Raiders had locked him in. Fans were already picturing him suiting up in silver and black. But just before the deadline, the Patriots swooped in and matched the deal, snatching him away at the last moment. Seriously, New England? Was that really necessary? The Patriots have already taken a bunch of defenders from us: Robert Spillane, Cleveland Farrell, Marcus Epps, and now they won't even let us have Christian Ellis. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't too hyped when we first targeted Ellis, but the buzz around Raider Nation got me thinking. With our need for linebacker depth, he could have been a solid addition. Sadly, we'll never get to see what he could have brought to this defense. But the question remains, what's next for the Raiders? Could they be gearing up for a big trade to strengthen the offense? Stay tuned because things could get interesting real soon. What's next for the Raiders? Could Alec Pierce be the answer? All right, Raider Nation, it is what it is. We lost Christian Ellis to the Patriots, but no need to dwell on it. We move forward. There are still plenty of options: free agency, the draft, or even a potential trade. Speaking of trades, there's a new name floating around: Alec Pierce. Reports suggest the Raiders might reach out to the Colts about their young wide receiver. And honestly, it makes sense. Right now, the Raiders need wide receiver depth. The only real playmakers we have at the moment are Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker. That's why we keep hearing rumors about big names like Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs, and Tyler Lockett. Even in the draft, guys like Tataroa McMillan are being talked about as strong options. But let's talk about Alec Pierce. He's only 24, has size, speed, and deep threat ability, and is coming off his best season yet: 37 catches, 824 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Not bad at all. Now, why would the Colts trade him? Simple. Their wide receiver room is stacked. They've got Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, and now Adonai Mitchell. If they're open to offers, the Raiders should at least pick up the phone. Because let's be real, this team needs another weapon. A reliable receiver alongside Tucker and Myers could make a huge difference. Could Pierce be that guy? If so, the Raiders better make a move before someone else does. Should the Raiders go after Alec Pierce? And what about Kenneth Walker? If I were the Raiders, I'd be calling the Colts right now about Alec Pierce. A young, speedy receiver like him could bring real value to our offense. And if we can get him for a day 3 pick, even better. A 4th, 5th, or even 2 6th-rounders? That's a bargain for a player with his potential. Imagine this: Pierce, Jacoby Myers, and Trey Tucker leading the receiving corps. Add a veteran playmaker like Tyler Lockett in free agency, and suddenly this group looks way better than last season. Even after trading away Davante Adams, the Raiders could still draft another receiver to strengthen the unit. So, do I want Pierce in silver and black? Absolutely. If the Colts are willing to deal, the Raiders should make the call. But what do you think, Raider Nation? Should the team go after him? Let me know in the comments. Kenneth Walker to the Raiders? Now, let's talk about another trade rumor. According to NFL rumors, the Raiders have reportedly inquired about Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III. Now, yes, it's just a rumor, but this source has been right before, so let's break it down. Walker had a tough 2023 season. Injuries limited him to just 11 games, and he posted career lows: 573 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 3.7 yards per carry. But here's the thing: he still made plays as a receiver, with 46 catches for 299 yards. Now, some people might say he's declining, but let's be real. Seattle's O-line didn't do him any favors. Maybe a fresh start in Vegas could turn things around. The Raiders have a better offensive line, and with a few tweaks, we could give him the support he needs. Walker has the talent to be a dominant running back in the league. The real question is, should the Raiders take the risk? What do you think, Raider Nation? Would Walker be a good fit? Is Kenneth Walker the answer for the Raiders' backfield? Right now, Kenneth Walker's future as a top running back is unclear. He showed real potential in his rookie season, but injuries have slowed him down. Some people believe he could still be a long term RB1, while others think he's starting to decline. One thing is certain, the Raiders need a running back, a real RB1. That's why fans have been looking at draft prospects like Ashton Jeanty and Bucky Irving. There's even talk that the team could draft two rookie running backs to rebuild the backfield. Even after signing Raheem Mostert, the position still isn't settled. That's where Kenneth Walker's name keeps coming up. His past connection with Geno Smith and Pete Carroll in Seattle makes this even more interesting. Could the Raiders trade for Kenneth Walker? Bleacher Report's Mo Moton recently suggested that the Raiders could trade a 2025 sixth-round pick for Kenneth Walker. He even said that Las Vegas might have the worst backfield in the league. Let's be real. Mostert turns 33 in April, and Sincere McCormick is still unproven after his ankle injury. So, the Raiders have two options. One, double up on rookie running backs in the draft. Second, trade for a veteran like Walker. Could Pete Carroll call his former team and make a deal happen? Would Walker thrive behind a stronger O-line in Las Vegas? What do you think, Raider Nation? Should the team take a chance on Walker or build through the draft? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Should the Raiders trade for Kenneth Walker? Seattle might be ready to move on from Kenneth Walker. He's only 24 years old, but his numbers have declined, and injuries have slowed him down. At first, I wasn't sold on the idea. His production has dropped, and the injuries are a real concern. I thought the Raiders would be better off drafting a young RB instead, but if we can get him for a sixth-round pick, that changes everything. The Raiders have 3 sixth-round picks this year, so taking a chance on Walker is a low-risk, high-reward move. Building a strong running back room. If the Raiders trade for Walker and still draft a young RB, we could have a solid backfield. Kenneth Walker, young with upside. Raheem Mostert, veteran leader. Sincere McCormick, potential sleeper. A rookie RB from the draft that would set the team up for success. But it all depends on whether Seattle is even willing to trade him. Would you make the move for Walker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Could Quinn Ewers be the Raiders' next QB? Now, let's talk Quinn Ewers. According to Albert Breer, the Texas QB is set to meet with the Jets and Raiders today, followed by a dinner with the Saints. He also has pre-draft visits with the Cowboys, Colts, and Raiders in early April. It's no secret. The Raiders need more quarterback depth. They could draft a top prospect like Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, or Will Howard. But if they wait until the later rounds, Quinn Ewers could be an interesting option. What would Ewers bring to the Raiders? Pros: strong arm, quick release, high upside concerns, inconsistent under pressure, questionable decision-making durability issues. Ewers would be a developmental project, a player who could learn under Geno Smith for a couple of years. But if the Raiders haven't drafted a quarterback by the 3rd round, I wouldn't be against taking a shot on him. Would you want Quinn Ewers in silver and black? Let me know in the comments.